Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is actually going to be my yearly favorites, and these are all the items that I was really obsessed with throughout the year. And I'm going to start off with my skincare products, which are basically the same brand, almost everything. So the first thing I want to mention is this Pharmacy Honey Glow. This is my favorite AHA serum. This is probably my fourth bottle that I own. I highly recommend everyone try this specific one out of everything. This is the one thing that I recommend everyone trying out. And I just love the way it leaves my dry skin very smooth the next day. It obviously has a little bit of irritation, but nothing too crazy that you can't handle. Love this. Still love this. Gonna keep loving this. And then another product from the same brand is the hyaluronic acid from them. This is one of the only few hyaluronic acids that does not break me out. For some reason, they tend to break me out, but this formula has not broken me out. It leaves me nice, plump, nourished, and I've just really been obsessed with it. Love this stuff, especially after applying this. This is great stuff. Now for my daily vitamin C serum, it is going to be the Biosense Squalene Vitamin C. And I've just really been loving it so much. I have noticed that my skin has gotten a little bit lighter, but with the squalene, I'm still keeping it nice and nourished. Obviously, I do have dry skin, so this, 2 for 1. And they all are pumps. Sorry guys if I didn't mention. Even these two are pumps. So, sorry if I didn't mention that part. Now, the only other item I guess you would consider skincare is this face moisturizer. I'm in love with it. This is probably like my 6th, 7th bottle, and I actually need to repurchase another one. It is from La Roche-Posay, and it's just a regular daily moisturizer. I have my night moisturizer, but this one, I love it so much. It has not broken me out. Give me a nice hydrated feeling to my face throughout the day. And it does have SPF, but I do layer SPF on top of this one. And that is what it looks like. I highly recommend it, especially if you have acne prone sensitive skin like I do. Love this stuff. Now for makeup, I have a couple of items. Let me move this. I'm scared it's gonna fall and break. So the first thing that I want to mention are my brushes. I have 3. So the first 2 are drugstore. The first one is this Reels Technique blush brush. I have like 3 of these because I use them that much. And this is my all-time favorite bronzer brush. It is a blush brush, but I use it as a bronzer brush. I just love the way it layers on my bronzer. I've never had an issue with it. It leaves it on nice and smooth. And then my favorite blush brush is this Wet n Wild stippling brush. I don't even think it has a name. And that is what that looks like. I just love the way it layers on my blush. I've used this so much, as you can tell. Let me see. That the name is wearing off completely. That's how much I've used this. But it is a stippling brush. The only time that I've ever seen this brush is when I go to Walgreens. I've never seen it at Target or Walmart, but don't quote me. Maybe they do have it at Walmart, but my Walmarts don't have this one. I purchased this at Walgreens on a whim for like $3, and it's my favorite. It's so soft. You guys, for $3, I can't beat the price and the quality of either of these 2 brushes. Now for a more expensive brush, it's this brush from Merit. And I know I just recently got it. You guys saw it in my Sephora haul if you watched that video. But honestly, no other foundation brush has ever applied so well to my skin. And I honestly was thinking of purchasing another one just specifically for my concealer to see how it blends out, because I love it that much. And if you haven't tried it out, you definitely should. It is pretty, well, it's expensive, but there's brushes that are like way more expensive. This is $30, but I did purchase it during the VIB sale. And sometimes their websites have sales, so definitely check it out if you're interested. It is super smooth as well, and it does apply that foundation. I tried both stick and regular liquid foundation, and it applies it so well, so effortlessly. It doesn't leave any streaky marks anywhere. It's like, I swear, whenever you apply it with this, it's like if you applied it with a sponge. That's how good this brush is. So yes, obsessed with it. Now for, I guess, my last product, I guess, makeup product, it would be the Real Techniques sponge. It hasn't failed me at all this year, and and I'm pretty sure it won't keep on failing me. And then for the price, it's just so great. I love it. I love this specifically for applying concealer. It always just blends it out so beautifully. And then obviously after I spray my face, I like to tap in the oil and the water from it so it can furthermore stick to my face. But yes, I'm obsessed with this sponge. Now for makeup products, I don't have any foundation just because I've had the same foundations for a while. And I don't know, I wasn't really in love with any foundation this year, so there's that. Now I want to bring up, I guess you would say, bronzers. And my favorite bronzer for this year has been the Fenty Cream bronzer. As you can tell, they already has a dent in it. I'm surprised. I stopped using it just because I didn't want it to go to waste. But now I think I'm going to try to finish it off. This is the perfect shade for me. It is the shade Macchiato. Let me swatch it for you guys. I just feel like it looks and blends so beautifully on the skin. So that is the shade Macchiato. And then for blush, I have two. One is drugstore and one is expensive. So the first one I want to mention is this Tarte Seduce shade. And I completely forgot how much I used to love this neutral shade. And Tarte blushes in general. Let me swatch it for you guys. I don't even think it's going to show up. But I feel like this blush is just like the perfect everyday blush. And I would use it constantly because you guys know Tarte blushes take a while. And as you can tell, the embossment on it is already coming off because of how much I used it. And that is the shade right there. I just love this shade. I feel like it's my go-to when I have more like rosy colors like how I'm wearing today. And yes, this thing is sweat proof, and here in California you need that. And that's why I love these Tarte blushes and why I was loving them, because this year was more hot than usual. Well, I mean, it's always hot in California, but it was the hottest it's been in a long time. And this blush with mask in the heat, it still stayed on. So yes, definitely a staple. Still gonna keep being a staple. I love this thing. Now for my more affordable, I don't know if they still make this blush anymore. I bought this like 3 years ago. It's the Wet n Wild, and it's called Apricot in the Middle. And I feel like this is just a perfect peachy nude color, and it would just look amazing on a lot of skin tones. Let me swatch it for you guys. I don't know if it's gonna show up. This is really sheer, and that's why I like it, because you can build it up. And it has like a satin finish to it. So there we go. That's the shade right there. And I know it looks a lot pinkier on my hand, but I promise you guys it is more of a corally color. But it's just like the perfect go-to, especially when I have more of like brownish eye makeup. This just sits on my face so perfect, and it just doesn't, you know, give too much of a pop, so that way it's focusing on my eyes, the eyeshadow. And then I guess you would consider this a combo with blush and the bronzer. The Physician Formula, the Wei Li Hong collection. Oh no! I don't know how that broke, but it broke. Both of them? Oh. Okay, sorry guys. So this is my favorite palette of 2021, and I was actually thinking about buying a backup because I was already going to hit pan on this bronzer here. Literally, there has never been a palette that actually suits my skin in all aspects, like the bronzer, the blush, the highlighter. This is literally made for my skin tone. Like every single shade on here I can use and it looks great, including the highlighters that broke and are all over my floor, but we're just gonna ignore that. We're just gonna keep it moving. But yes, if you're interested in it, I know they still have it, they still sell it, and I think I'm gonna purchase another one. Like I said, I'm already hitting pan on, I think it's Sunset bronzer. Yes, so you can tell it's already getting there. But if you have not tried this out, definitely check it out. And it's only $12.99, and they always have sales, so you can get it for even less than that. I did purchase it at Target, and I have seen it there. I don't know if they're still selling it, and I know Ulta was also selling it. I will try to link it down. I'm not sure if they still sell this, actually. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know, because it's been a while, but I had seen it there. If I find it, I'll link it down below for you guys. Now for I'm still laughing because I can't believe that just happened. Now as for eyeshadows, I have 3 palettes. 2 of them are technically from the same brand, but it's the same thing. I just happened to grab them. So the first one is going to be these little e.l.f. bite-sized eyeshadow palettes. I love them. I didn't think I was going to like them, but I can see why they're so hyped, and they're my go-to, especially whenever I just want something super simple and I'm feeling lazy. Just these 2 palettes alone, I can create so many looks, and I highly recommend them to everyone if you haven't checked them out. Amazing. I actually just purchased a new one. They came out with an all matte palette, which I'm a matte lover, so when I saw it, I purchased it. I'm actually going to be getting it hopefully next week, and I will share it with you guys. Now, the next palette is also pretty affordable, and it's the Jason Wu all matte. Like I mentioned, I love all matte palettes. Palette. This is the, what is this called? This is called the Flora 9 Matte Agave. And I just love this palette. It has the perfect amount of brownie shades that I like to use. And these are a little bit orange, but then they also have more neutrally, which is like these right here. And I haven't been disappointed. I do have really oily eyelids, which even with the drugstore ones, my eyeshadow does not disappear like all the other eyeshadow palettes that I've tried. So they actually sustain the color on my eyes, so that's a miracle. Now my last one is my favorite. I think I mentioned this before, but this is my all-time favorite eyeshadow palette. I never noticed until recently how obsessed and how much I love this palette. And it is the Tarte in Bloom palette. As you can tell, I use the crap out of this one too because I have a bunch of dents. And I'm pretty sad because I know I'm going to be hitting pan on my favorite shades. Which, by the way, today I'm using all these, well, like this whole row here. That's what I have on my eyes today, in case you guys were wondering. Yes, I am wearing the palette. Like I said, this is my go-to. I love it. It has these nice rosy colors, but then if you want something more neutral, they have it here as well, and it never fails. Smooth, doesn't irritate my sensitive eyes. Love it. I'm gonna keep loving it until I hit pan, and then I'm gonna be sad because I have to go through my other palettes before I repurchase this one. Now, for mascara, I do have these 2. This is the Pacifica, and then this is a Tarte Man Eater. This is drugstore. Obviously, this is more expensive, but they always have sales for Tarte mascara, especially this one. So just an FYI. Now, I love these for 2 different reasons. The Pacifica one gives me like a nice natural curl to my lashes. And then this one gives me more of a dramatic lash. So whenever I'm actually going out and getting more dressy, I usually wear this one. If I'm doing like a your skin but better look, I go for this one just because it's not too much. It layers on the perfect amount. And they both do not irritate my very sensitive eyes. So that's why I love these. Now for lip colors or lipsticks, my favorites have been NARS Cruella. As you can tell, I'm like almost done with this. I actually have 2 other ones and they're the exact same size. And then the Charlotte Tilbury, this is not the color. The color that I was gonna bring up was the Walk of No Shame. So that's the color that I use. It's a great color for me that I would consider like your lips but better, something like this. I'm currently wearing NARS Bahama, I believe. Yeah, in case you guys are wondering, but this is kind of like the same color that Charlotte Tilbury gives off, and it also has like this really nice soft matte, just like the NARS. I've mentioned it before, but I feel like their formulas are literally the exact same thing. They don't dry out my lips, they don't, accentuate anything, and they're both a matte formula, but it's like a nice matte formula where you feel like it's moisturizing your lips while you wear it. So obsessed with them. My go-to. I've tried purchasing other lipsticks and I do like some, but at the end of the day, I always go back to these just because I love the look that it gives my lips. Now, I think that's enough for the makeup. Let me bring up the rest of my favorites. Can't believe I dropped all that stuff. Now, for clothing items, I have 3. Well, actually, I have 4. So the first one is these Levi shorts that I purchased during the summer. I love how they fit. They're not too tight, they're not too loose, and then they cover my butt even though it doesn't look like they do. They do, I promise, guys. These are just the 501 high-rise jean shorts, and I know they still sell these, so I will try to find them for you guys. I bought a pair from Lulu's, but then I bought another pair from Kohl's. On the Kohl's website, it was only like 30 bucks. So obviously, I'm gonna pay 30 over like the 50 or $60 that these originally cost. And then I also have another, well, I have these pair of jeans, the mom jeans, just in general, the mom jeans from Abercrombie are my go-to. This is all I wear. I think I own nothing but Abercrombie jeans now because of the way they fit on my body. I'm currently wearing a pair of black mom jeans from them. And then for tops and things like that, this shirt, I like overwear it. You guys don't even know how much I wear this shirt. So I decided I might as well just add it to my, you know, yearly favorites because I wear that shirt so much. As well as this sweater once winter hits or once like a cool breeze is felt in the wind. This is what I wear. This is like my all-time favorite Christmas holiday sweater. So yes. And then for shoes, I really only have one pair, and it's these, well, I have two. It's these Doc Martens. I've been obsessed with them. I wear them with everything. They're my go-to. Even during the summer, I don't care. I will wear these. These with a graphic tee and those shorts. Love it. And then the other shoes that I have to show you guys, let me move all the makeup that fell on top of it, is my Brooks Ghost sneakers. These are my favorite running shoes. If you guys don't know what type of running shoes to purchase and you're going into the new year with obviously, you know, weight loss for your resolution, or just even working out and running, making it a hobby, definitely recommend these. If you haven't purchased a pair, you should definitely check it out. I feel like they're so comfortable. I've tried other ones, but at the end of the day, these are my go-to, and they're super cute. They also have a coral leopard that I was going to purchase, but I decided just to keep these for now. And then once I wear these out, if they still have those, then I'll purchase those. But they do have a lot of fun colors, as you can tell, for, you know, the ladies that like to wear crazy colored running shoes and things like that. Just wanted to share that with you. And then speaking of working out, I want to mention this because I wear this every time I work out, and obviously a lot of us are going to start working out next week. And it's this Sweet Sweat waist trimmer. I use it because it's really hard for me to sweat, so when I use this, it really pulls in that moisture, and literally when I like unwrap myself, that thing just like all the water just falls. And I also use it with the stick. I buy these at least 3 times a year. This is probably like my 6th or 7th one, so I always apply this first and then obviously then wrap myself with this, and it multiplies the amount of sweat that, you know, is being, I don't know, protrude through your body. But yes, loving these, always my go-to. I always recommend this to everyone that's, you know, working out and gets bloated easily. Amazing. Definitely check it out. I'll link these down below. I think you guys will love it, especially if, you know, you don't sweat like I said, like I do. Amazing stuff. Now, for more like random items, which is like kind of like more hobby items, I wanted to mention these 2 cameras that I've been obsessed with. I do love film photography. I'm not like a pro or anything. I just like taking pictures. And these have been my favorite camera. So this is the Canon AE-1. And you should, if you're interested in a camera like this, is a great camera to learn film photography, especially manual film photography. It's around 200 bucks, as well as this Olympus stylus. And it looks like that. This is just a regular point and shoot. Whenever I don't want to carry this monster around, obviously, you know, you just want something quick and easy, I carry this one around. And I've just been so in love with it. And I love how small and compact it is. You guys know I have a lot of small bags, so this fits beautifully in there. And it does have this, this is supposed to be for your phone, but I used it for my cameras. And it has your your astrology, which I'm a Sagittarius, so that's what it says, in case you guys are wondering what that is. And I bought this strap on Urban Outfitters. I'll link it down below for you guys. But both of these were bought on, actually this one was bought on Etsy and this one was bought on on eBay. My tip to you guys is check out both and then try to see where you can get it cheaper. Wherever you buy, you can get it cheaper, purchase it there. Just make sure whenever you purchase it, it says that it's been tested, unless you want to risk it and buy an untested item. Usually those are cheaper. I did buy a Canon like Rebel camera, $10, because it hasn't been tested because they didn't have batteries. So I mean, it's $10. People spend that much on a Starbucks drink, so I thought it wasn't that bad. Now for my bags of 2021. Obviously you guys know I'm gonna bring this baby up. I am currently using the black one, but since I'm using that one, I just brought this one out. That's why it's empty right now. But all year, there hasn't been a time where I haven't worn this. Let's just say that, because of how much I love it. I love these bags that they came out with. I feel like this is like their best, one of their best bags that they've ever came out with, if not the best, but that's just my opinion. Just saying. Definitely love this bag, as well as this vintage Fendi shoulder bag that I purchased, and I still love it a lot. I've worn this thing out so much that it's already fraying from the corners, as you can tell. That's how much I've used this bag. Used it to death and just love it. And these bigger bags are going to be coming in trend, back in trend, but I've seen bigger than this, and I feel like this is like big for me. This is big enough. Now the last bag that I also have been wearing like crazy is this Louis Vuitton mini backpack that I had purchased a couple of months ago. And it's just so beautiful. It's everything that I wanted. I don't really care if people think that mini bags are out of style. To me, it's like, if I like the bag, I like the bag, and I paid the money for it, I'm gonna wear it. If you don't like that I'm wearing it, then turn around. But yeah, so I really loved these 3 bags for 2021. Can't wait to show you guys some of the new bags that I received, and maybe they'll be my favorites for 2022, and hopefully they'll be, you know, favorites for you guys for 2022. That's it. Thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you guys have a beautiful New Year's and start off the new year with positive vibes. That's what we're going with. Positive vibes, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.